Hello and welcome to this lecture on summarizing in academic writing. Summarizing is an essential skill that can help you condense large amounts of information into key points while still preserving the original meaning. Whether you're writing research papers, essays, or preparing for exams, the ability to summarize effectively is crucial. By the end of this video, you will understand what summarizing is and why it is important, the difference between summarizing, paraphrasing, and quoting, key steps and strategies for writing effective summaries. Let's begin by defining summarizing. Summarizing means condensing a longer piece of text or information into a shorter version, capturing the main ideas in your own words. A summary focuses on the key points, omits minor details or examples, shorter than the original text, and should always maintain the original meaning of the text. Now, let's take a look at the importance of summarizing. Why is summarizing important in academic writing? Summarizing is used for efficient communication. In research papers or essays, summarizing allows you to communicate the core points of existing literature without overwhelming the reader with excessive details. Second, summarizing demonstrates understanding. Writing a summary in your own words shows that you have understood the original material. And third, summarizing helps you to support argument. A well-written summary can serve as evidence to support your ideas or arguments, especially in literature reviews or argumentative essays. And now, it is essential to distinguish between summarizing, paraphrasing, and quoting. Summarizing is to condense the original text to focus on the main ideas. Meanwhile, paraphrasing means to rewrite a specific portion of the text in your own words, but to keep the same level of detail as the original. And quoting means to directly copy the exact words from the original source, usually with quotation marks. While paraphrasing and quoting are useful, summarizing helps you distill larger texts, focusing only on the essentials. Let's go through the steps to writing a good summary. First, read and understand the text. First, you need to read the original text thoroughly to understand the main points and arguments. You need to pay attention to headings, topic sentences, and conclusion sections. Second, you need to identify the main ideas. After reading, identify the key points. What is the author's main argument? What evidence or examples are most critical? You need to discard any minor details that don't contribute to the overall message. Step 3. Write in your own words. Once you have identified the key points, rewrite them in your own words. You need to avoid copying phrases from the original text. Your summary should reflect your interpretation, but remember to keep the meaning intact. Step 4. Be concise. Summaries are supposed to be brief, so keep your writing short and to the point. You need to avoid unnecessary details or excessive explanations. And the last step, you need to cite the source. Even though you are summarizing, you still need to cite the original source to give credit to the author. This is crucial in academic writing to avoid plagiarism. Now let's look at an example. The original text. Climate change is one of the most pressing global issues today. Rising global temperatures are causing more frequent and severe weather events, such as hurricanes, droughts, and wildfires. These changes are threatening ecosystems, human health, and economic stability. How do we summarize the original text? Let's look at the summary. Climate change is causing more extreme weather events, threatening ecosystems, human health, and economies. As you can see, the summary only captures the key points from the original text, which are climate change, extreme weather events and their consequences, without going into too much detail. When summarizing, there are a few common mistakes to avoid. Number 1. Including too much detail. Remember, a summary should focus only on the main ideas, not every single point. Number 2. Using the author's exact words. Don't fall into the trap of copying phrases or sentences from the original text. Always use your own words. And number 3. Failing to cite the source. Even if you summarize, it is still necessary to cite the original work to avoid plagiarism. And finally, here are a few practical tips to help you summarize more effectively. Number 1. Use bullet points. When reading the original text, jot down the main points using bullet points. This helps you organize the information clearly. The second tip: practice with different text. Summarizing is a skill that improves with practice. Try summarizing different types of text, such as articles, chapters, or even whole books. And last but not least, when summarizing, always keep the audience in mind. Tailor your summary to your audience. In academic writing, your readers will expect a formal and clear summary that sticks to the main points. To wrap up, here are the key takeaways from today's lecture. Summarizing is a skill that condenses key ideas while preserving the original meaning. It is distinct from paraphrasing and quoting, as it focuses only on the main points. Follow the steps, read carefully, identify the main ideas, write in your own words, and be concise. Avoid common mistakes like including too much detail or failing to cite the source. Thank you for joining today's lecture on summarizing in academic writing. I hope you now feel more confident in your ability to summarize effectively. Keep practicing and remember that summarizing is not just about shortening a text, it is about understanding the material and presenting it clearly. Good luck with your writing and happy learning.